Good, beautiful morning, living through your vision. How's everyone? Wow, it's early. Um, I'm actually at work. I'm about to go in, but I just had a random thought that I would love to share with you guys in the 2020 vision of clarity for 2020. And it's just to get us started into terms of learning and understanding who we are from a spiritual aspect by understanding um, what is around us and surrounding us that keeps us from it. And I want to start by um, with education. Education is not limited to the constructs of a building or different things of that nature, to how we understand how to learn and internalize knowledge. It can be by your own initiation. Um, it could be by someone else, giving you information. Um, there are a plethora of energetic values that can carry knowledge to you. Um, it doesn't necessarily have to be a face-to-face interaction. You can actually, what I call it, spiritually inherit information and knowledge as well, to what we kind of somewhat say talents and different things of that nature. But knowledge is not limited to the constructs of a building, or somebody that we perceive to have a higher sense of understanding and knowledge than we do. It is a very various ways of how we can learn. And I think one of the most important things that we should take into consideration is, who are we, what are we, why are we, um, in terms of our existence. And in order to really understand our physical existence, we first have to understand, in my opinion, our spiritual existence. Um, and that is, simply put, we are mathematical beings. We are mathematical beings. And everything that is around us, in terms of the trees, the grass, um, any and everything, is mathematically based. Um, and when you understand that we're mathematical beings, then it'll kind of like push you in the direction of why we're mathematical beings, or how we're mathematical beings. One of the things that I want to make quite clear, because I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time, but I just want to give you, give you something to make you say, in education, when we're in high school, when we're in college, they teach us to work. They teach us the fundamentals of the existence of what is within um, this globe, this earth, right? But they never teach us anything outside of that. As a matter of fact, they say that, anything outside of that, any understanding outside of that, astronomy and different things of that nature, they tied it into the Christianity and the religious based sense of understanding, and said that it was evil, that it was wrong, and all this other kind of stuff. But now I've come to understand that everything that they try to steer you away from, normally, that's where the truth and the answers lies, in terms of us truly understanding who we are, what we are, why we are. Um, and so therefore, that's why I so often say, seek out the circumference of what you have been told. Because a lot of what we have been told is to basically keep us limited in our sense of understanding of the truth of who we are. Um, I always say we're spiritual beings having a physical experience, a human experience. And in order to understand the dynamics of that statement, you first have to understand your spirituality first, the spiritual essence of who you are. But I just want to keep in mind that, education is not limited to the constructs of a building, to a person that is perceived to have a PhD or to be intelligent. You are intelligence. You are intelligent beings. The thing of it is what we need to understand is, we're intelligent for many different reasons, and somebody may be intelligent, having a level of intelligence to facilitate a certain part of their spiritual self and their spiritual growth. And their level of intelligence is to help us facilitate that experience, which is why some people may know something different. It's not to say that they know more than you, they just know something different than you, because the difference of their knowing is to assist them in the cultivation of their spiritual experience. So once we start understanding that all of us are intelligent beings, we're mathematical in nature, then we'll start viewing people a little bit differently. But I want to start and stop here, because I want to give people a sense of understanding of where this is coming from. And why it is important to, whatever you feel the need to question it, and to start seeking out the circumference, and to know that you are a mathematical being in this biological human experience, because you are here to have an experience in this dimension, and everything is calculated, everything is mathematical, This is why a lot of governmental entities are very secretive in nature, because the truth about certain things, because the truth, it lies within the constraints of those secrecies. So you have to really start looking at yourself as amazing beings, and intellectual beings, intelligent beings, and not, how can I say, and not be fooled that you're anything less than that, okay? And not accept the limitations that they say you have to be this, you have to be that, you have to be that. No, what the society is teaching us when you go to school, high school, college, is teaching us how to work. It's teaching us to be dependent. It's not teaching us to be independent. A lot of people that are independent because of some internal value that they have within themselves, because they realize that they don't want to be dependent, although we are being taught and cultivated to be codependent on many different aspects in this existence. But for those that you do see that are independent, it's because something said, no, I don't want to be dependent on anything, I want to be independent. And because they have the desire to be independent, the power that is within us allows that independence to manifest. So I just want people to think about it. I'm not going to keep up too much of your time, but this is just something to make you go home, say and I hope that it triggers you enough to start seeking outside what you have been taught. Understand that you are magical beings. You are very intelligent beings. You are, and your intelligence is not measured by the constructs of a building or an institution, because you are mathematical beings, and mathematical beings are high level intelligence to begin with. So if you understand that you are comprised and cultivated out of calculations, right? Then if you are comprised of those calculations, then what does that make you here, right? So we just gonna have to really start looking from just turning things around, out of the reversal sense of understanding, and start to question certain things, so that we can start getting clarity of who we are, what we are, and why we are. I think those are the questions that we don't really ask ourselves, because we just live based on what the guidelines that we've been given to live off. But you're far much more than that, people. You really are. So with that being said, peace and love. It is early in the morning. It is so early. It's 6:44 a.m. Saturday, January the 4th. We're already in the 4th day of 2020. And this vlog is about the 2020 clarity. Who are you? What are you? Why are you? These are the things that are important for us to start asking ourselves. And it's not that you got to get into no big group or nothing. You can just simply, have this information for your own personal. It's not And then once you know, and then you start to learn, and you're going to move differently, and hopefully it'll start cultivating a level of peace and resolve. I think, what my objective is to create peace. You understand? And create peace. In order to create peace, the more truth you know, and the more truth you understand, the more that particular truth, the energy of truth, is going to create the energy of peace from within. Because now you can just exhale. You can, I knew this. I knew it. I just knew it. You can say, I knew it. I knew it was something. You're going to be doing that a lot. So with all that being said, peace and love. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. It's gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful. Because I love the early morning sunrise that we're getting right now. And I'm just so excited about like all of that. Even the sunrise is calculated and it's timed and all of these things. So let's learn who we are, why we are, what we are, and the spiritual aspect of that understanding. And know that you're mathematical beings, and mathematical beings have this infinite amount of intelligence, and you're not dumb. You are intelligent. You are intelligence. You are, this physical aspect of you is intelligence. All right? All right. Peace and love. Love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye. I gotta go into work. Bye.